This week, we find Fallon's face on a broken woman. We get to play Bonnie and Clyde as long as you are Clyde. And Liam's mom says, I will give up the lawsuit if you give up my son. Mike Jones who? Mike Jones who? Mike Jones who? We will talk all things CW's Dynasty Season 2, Episode 19, The Illness of Mine. The AfterBuzz After Show starts right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
That's right. We are talking all things CW's Dynasty, This Illness of Mine, Episode 19, Season 2, and we know we get a Season 3, so I can't wait to get to the season finale because we're coming up on it.
Yeah, we have 2 more episodes, right?
Yeah. And I think some big things are going to happen because it looks like so much is happening as we go along, and we're going to talk all these things. I am your host. My name is Tehran. If you don't know me, you haven't been paying attention to AfterBuzz or Dynasty because I'm on all of it. And then, of course, I'm joined by the one and only Maddy Potts.
Hi, I'm Maddy Potts. I'm happy to be back.
That's
I'm sad
right.
I missed last week, but
we're
I'm
sad
here
we
now.
missed you.
I know.
We missed you. It was like Fallon called me and was like, "Where's Maddy?" And I was like, "I don't know."
I know. She called me too.
Yeah, that's how it works. She called you. You're part of the Fimperial Publishing.
I'm a Carrington.
Yeah, I feel like you are.
Secretly, yeah.
Adama. What's a good name? Edema. No, that's
Edema.
bad. So we're gonna talk a lot of these things. We're gonna get into Liam's mom. We get an appearance by Liam's mom. Fallon versus Liam's mom. Now that's talk about Clash of the Titans. Alex gets some work done, and I mean even more. Like father, like daughter, we learned so much more about these Flores people. Bonnie and Clyde. Let's talk about that ride or die situation. Colby and Colhane conspire to conspire. Sammy and Anders are detectiving. Adam doesn't want to be pushed away. We talk that truce. Or is it? We're going to play our favorite game, Where You At, where we pick the best outfit of the episode and, of course, get into some predictions. But I don't know if we can predict what's predicting on Dynasty because everything seems like it's about to explode. This is a volcano right now. What were your overall thoughts, Maddy?
So I thought at the end of the episode, I almost was like, is this a season finale? Because so much got figured out. And it was kind of that closing sort of thing with Fallon. With the cake taken away from Adam, and then it just ended. Like, there was, they could have put it into 2 separate episodes with her finding out about Adam, and then Alexis, telling Fallon all this stuff. So that could have, there's no cliffhanger really in this. Like, they're all just gonna, it was peaceful in the end.
Because you think it tied up a lot of loose ends, but it didn't.
Yeah.
To me, it started a lot of things that are going to happen. So, for example, when Alexis told Fallon, and then Fallon acted all peaceful, we know Fallon way better than this. This is hell hath no fury like Fallon. So the concept is so much happened where I could understand where you got that season finale feel because it felt like, wow, this would be a great place to end and start next season. So I'm expecting an explosive season finale. I'm expecting so much because there's so many things going on. I will tell you a couple things. The storylines that I find most favorable right now, Adam's always at the top of my list. But the Adam Fallon nemesis that they're setting up, where this is like the arch rivals of arch rivalry, this is beautiful. I mean, the fact that they were able to determine so quickly that it was Adam who took that picture and Fallon does not like feeling a rival or feeling betrayed. And so I'm just so looking forward to what's going on.
She's finally met her match. Someone as conniving and sneaky as her.
You thought Fallon met her match? I'm here thinking Adam just met his.
Well, no,
Different perspective because I feel like Fallon's the more dangerous one. Adam's a killer, sure. Adam's scary.
Yeah, he's more of a psycho. I don't think Fallon would actually go and try and kill someone.
And that's the thing.
But
I think Fallon could, but Fallon, it's worse to get destroyed than to die. And I feel like Fallon's the type of person to destroy you, to take everything you love and just disseminate into small pieces where there's nothing left for you.
Yeah, and I feel like they're both equally evil in a sense, but he seems like he just wants people killed.
Evil is simply a matter of perspective. And when it comes to Fallon and Adam, I'm going with she sides on the air of good rather than evil. Like Adam's agenda is very selfish. Fallon's, even though it seems self-motivated, isn't specifically selfish. She doesn't want others to fail for her to succeed. She just also wants to very much succeed and just be at the top of the success list. Adam would rather just destroy. If he can't have it, no one can. And that's the difference between the two. And also, okay, not playing on the fact that Avengers just sold $2 billion, but it's the Thanos perspective when you said versus like Adam and Fallon. It's like when you snap the finger, it's almost worse to be the person that's still alive than the person who was just simply vanished and gone. Yeah. And so that's what Fallon does is she makes you, while Adam makes you vanish, Fallon keeps you around, and now you have to deal with the repercussions of everything that's gone.
That's very true.
And so we're going to get into that. But before we get into the concept of the arch nemesis, we did have a nemesis come on the scene. Liam's mom showed up.
Laura, yeah.
And what were your thoughts of Liam's mom?
Well, typical rich woman who wants, she wants to always be right. And this is obviously clashing with Fallon because she always wants to be right. So they're just trying to get all of his attention to themselves. She was, when she walked through that door into Fallon's house and she said all that stuff about suing them, that's gutless. I don't know how someone could do that.
Rich people do that stuff all the time. Rich people sue each other, family members all the time. It's part of a culture of wealth, and lawsuit is the it's my turn, or the lawsuit is the chain. I'm watching what I want to watch. It's a very similar concept. Laura comes in, and obviously they are vying for the attention of Liam. Fallon and Laura are very similar in a lot of ways, except Laura also airs on that Alexis side, or on that secondary side where Fallon still have some type of redeeming qualities. Yeah. Laura absolutely doesn't. And so we see her come in, and she is conniving, manipulative. She fakes having cancer, which is so low.
Yeah. So at first I was just thinking to myself, okay, she's being a protective mother. She doesn't like Fallon. Sure. Whatever. And then you see the scene where she's sleeping with Adam. Yeah. And they're together on this. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, she must be a sociopath as well, if you're going to go to that extent.
I don't think so. I think maybe it's the concept of she fell for the sociopath, right? So she wants things her way, but she still has emotions. We still see her feel a certain way. She wants to keep that relationship she has with her son. She wants to keep it with Liam. I mean, Sharon Lawrence, the actor who played Laura, was excellent. It was just it was just such a good selection. I don't think we've had her on the show before that I can think of. I don't remember meeting Laura before. No. I don't remember her from season 1 if I'm incorrect, but I
remember Fallon and Liam going to meet her initially, but
I don't remember her.
Yeah, no.
As a character. So it was just, she was very good. I think she was excellent. I also think that the dynamic between mother and son is interesting when it comes to Liam's relationship with his mother. How did you perceive that relationship, Maddy?
Well, obviously, they have been through a rocky patch, but he's trying to make amends a little bit. After this, though, I don't know. I don't know how would you feel if you found out one of your parents lied to you about having cancer just to get you away from someone else? It's just...
I would be like, why do they want me away from this person? I would assume my parents want what's best for me, but I don't think that's the case with Laura and Liam. So I wonder what her thoughts are, and if she preferred Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, Ashley's less complicated.
She seemed like an Ashley herself, so I could see her preferring Ashley to Fallon.
I think we're going to see more of Ashley, to be honest. I think the mother obviously isn't done trying to break them apart, and I think Ashley's going to come back into the picture.
Maybe.
In some way or another.
Liam's mom is definitely a handful when she gets on stage at the party and she starts talking about the cancer. And Fallon, of course, took her blood through a use of the PRP and was like, oh, well, no, we were doing this platelet treatment thing, and then took the blood. Do you think Fallon was wrong for taking the blood?
That is difficult. I would have never thought of doing that, because that is like going the extra step. I would just obviously believe someone if they said I have cancer. but good for her in a way because she found out all this stuff. I think it's wrong, but it was necessary, if that makes sense.
It's wrong, but it's necessary because the outcome was in her favor.
Right.
What did you think initially when Laura pulled out the CT scan and it looked like she had cancer?
She's a really good actress.
I mean, what did you think for a second? Did you think, oh, Fallon was wrong for taking the blood? She really does have cancer?
Yeah, in that moment. But then we find out, this is the thing, though, because Fallon could have figured that out through looking through his laptop and his text messages, that she was lying about the cancer. Like, taking someone's blood is really
So you think
extreme.
taking someone's laptop is better than taking someone's blood?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Is that...
I'm just asking. I'm trying to see where you are as a Carrington. I think that all of this is beneath me.
Blood or a laptop? That's a really serious question.
Yeah, all of this is beneath me. First of all, I would have already took the blood as soon as the conversation. I wouldn't even gone to the extent of getting the treatment. I just pricked her. I'd have been like, all right, you have cancer? Let's find out.
But this is the thing, though. I would have just said to the mom and Liam, I would have said, can you at least bring me with you to a doctor's appointment, or can I have proof that you are doing chemo?
So if someone told you they had cancer, you would ask for proof? You'd be like, I need proof.
No. I mean, in her situation...
Are you, Maddy? What kind of person are you, Maddy Potts?
I mean, in her situation, because she didn't believe it and it seemed so sudden and she was like, something's fishy, why not just say, we want some sort of proof, or can you show me, like, what chemo you're doing? Like, you still have all your hair. Like, in chemo, you lose your hair and stuff, right? So,
were you shocked that Adam was sleeping with Laura?
Yes. When they have that scene where someone's rolling over in the bed, I did not expect to see Laura and Adam. I thought it would have been like Blake and Cristal or something. I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense now.
That they partnered up and they've become bedmates in more ways than one.
That's so weird.
And Adam, and here's the thing, Adam rolls over and goes, this is probably illegal. I'm like, you were just doing missionary, bro. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's like, like, yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah.
Like, either it's like, either you're so kinky that missionary is out of the ordinary for you, or you do nothing and missionary is the kinky. Like, I don't know. It was just a funny. Fallon and Liam, of course, she wins round one. Do you think we see more of Liam's mom?
Of course. And this is my question. Does Fallon even know that they've been sleeping together, or she just saw texts of them planning the CT scan, like fake CT scan and whatever?
Yeah, we don't know exactly. So that's
I think
great
that's
observation.
That's going to come out next. Like, someone's going to catch them hooking up, or I don't know. It's going to hit the fan and it's not going to be good.
We'll see. Maybe Adam will push Laura into some fire and we'll get another Fallon face. Before we go on to the next subject, of course, I'd like to let everyone know at home that this panel, even though Maddy and I are on the panel, all of you at home are, if not as much, more so, panelists as we are. I mean, we love having you on the show. We love that you're here each and every week. And we ask you to do one thing, is the same thing that we do, is share and tell your friends about our shows at AfterBuzz. We need your help to do so. And please feel free to comment below. Let us know all your thoughts and theories. And a lot of you have great insight, especially when comparing the old Dynasty to the new Dynasty and more. We appreciate each and every one. We always comment to the best of our abilities. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, give us that 5-star rating. Go ahead and comment. We deserve it. And if we don't, we will by the end of the show. Anyway, I'd just like to thank you all for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. We can't do it without the comments and everyone joining in and whatnot. So it's interesting to see other people's opinions so we can talk about it and answer back when we can.
Yeah, we love seeing it. So what are your other opinions on Alex getting some work done? And when I say Alexis, I'm talking about not just going to the doctor, but finding out that Adam's the one who gave them Fallon's face.
Oh, I feel so bad for her because she can't rat Adam out because Adam out because he has so much dirt on her. And she's like, I can't even imagine going into a doctor's office knowing this guy threw you in the fire, now screwed you over by showing a photo of someone else. Like, I would lose my
It's
mind.
not just someone else, it's her daughter.
Yeah, so...
And she was trying, it's interesting because she kept trying to rationalize and justify that it wasn't Fallon's face, that it was her as a young person, but then now she's confronted with the reality that it is Fallon's face, and she decides that A, she's going to get more work done, so I wonder who's next. And B, she is going to go away for a little while, which is how we remove this character from the situation. Also, C, someone got killed on their property, and we've just kind of dropped that investigation.
Yeah, that is
Must
weird.
be nice to be rich.
Yeah, they're just kind of pushing that under the rug.
I know. Steph
they
Sabra in
do.
the booth in my headphones secretly said, without even saying anything, must be nice to be rich and white. That's what she was thinking in her head, but she didn't say anything. I know Steph Sabra. I know her.
Well, I was thinking it too.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you were.
No, I wasn't. But yeah, it's interesting. It's like all these problems from the previous season or before.
Yeah.
Just kind of everyone forgets that they haven't really had an investigation of what happened to that person who died, and she's now completely replaced by another woman named Cristal. So
I was thinking that Adam was going to try some when the bed rolled over and I saw Adam. I was going to be weirded out if he was in bed with his mom, because they had a
thought
little
that
bit
too.
of a tender moment for a second,
Yep.
and Adam has this weird obsession or attraction to Fallon, and he's all into this incestuous being.
you know what? He might blackmail Alexis to sleep with him, is the next step.
I don't know. It's just too much.
Because he'll be like, oh, I'm going to tell everyone what you did unless you sleep with me. And now she looks like Fallon. And I don't know. It's a lot of drama.
It is a
too
lot.
much
That's
to think
welcome
about.
to Dynasty. Like father, like daughter. We get a little bit of Cristal. Cristal goes in. So now we see that Blake and Flores' family business is going to be gambling and bringing gambling to Atlanta,
Right, yeah.
which is a huge federal deal in the United States, is having legalized gambling. Of course, we obviously know that there's legalized gambling, sports betting in Las Vegas, but for the rest of the country, pretty much it's illegal.
Yeah, definitely not in Georgia.
Yeah,
It's
so
allowed.
bringing it into the country would be big money, big bucks, and of course, big corruption. So they act like Bonnie and Clyde, and on the low, Blake loves it.
Oh, yeah. No, he's totally into it. I love that scene where, they put the glove in the gun in the glove compartment, and Cristal's lying on the street, basically, with her heel stuck. That was really smart.
Yeah,
I like it. I think it's fun. It's fun for them, but I don't know what's going to come of it.
Actually, I thought it was going to be something a little more complicated than just a gun with a silencer in the glove box, because what does that gun lead to? Whose silencer? What's the story behind the gun? I thought it was going to be like, oh, look, he's untying her boot, or it looks suspicious.
Right.
But they didn't go that route. They went with the gun route. And of course, that person was married to the senator who is responsible for a gun bill. And of course, she votes favorably for legalizing gambling. So
Yeah.
those two, when they get together, they're a powerful team.
Yeah, I kind of like this new... in the beginning, I didn't really like the new Cristal with Blake, and now I kind of like her a little bit more than the old Cristal. I think that they're more of like a power team together.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder also the change. We went from Crystal Jennings to Cristal Flores really quick.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't really explain that through the thing, where now we just accept that Cristal is a Flores.
Yeah, it's strange. They kind of got over all that very fast, and once again, didn't look into someone dying on their property and who did it. So, a lot of loose ends.
But are they a Bonnie and Clyde team? Is it good when Cristal and Blake work together or not?
I think it's good, and I think it's fun, and, I kind of like watching it, but I don't think it's going to end well, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I don't think is going to end well. Colby and Culhane. Now, we all know, and the storyline, of course, is Colby and Culhane are trying to get this dirt on Blake to remove him and get him away and just get their revenge on him and remove him as head of the Atlantics, and all they're finding is this paper trail that's deeper and deeper.
Right.
And when you start digging, you only get dirty. And we also see that Culhane goes to the FBI on his own, and that's Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones is Mike Culhane. Culhane goes, and they've been looking for Mike Jones, and now they realize Culhane, and he says, well, I have proof against Blake. I'm asking for immunity.
Yeah, he brings that huge box.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good for him for doing that, but I just don't think
I hate him for doing that.
I
It
know.
actually makes me dislike Colhane. I liked Colhane so much going into this season, especially with his move with the Atlantics. I mean, I understand that he feels that he deserves a higher spot in the Carrington family business, but he does not. He has done very little to earn his spot, but weaseled his way in. And he's lucky that he has a lot of these opportunities. I mean, you don't get a chance to be inside, and you're making a great salary, and you're ahead of something, and that could be great for the community. They need to get over their personal petty problems, because Colby's already like, oh, you guys did this to me. You did this to me. You guys are also very wealthy. Get over it. Honestly, get over it. Stop.
You make a really good point, and I take that back for saying good for him. I just felt sorry for him a little bit, but now that I'm thinking about it, this family kind of employed him, showed him all the ropes for all this
Gave
stuff.
him his daughter.
Yeah.
You were like smashing the daughter for a year. And now, after smashing the daughter, your consolation prize is a hefty salary in an amazing position with a blossoming organization, a sports organization, in a field you have no expertise in, by the way.
Right.
You're just some guy.
Yeah, and I know for a fact, knowing the show and whatever, Blake will definitely find out it was Colhane.
100%.
So,
and I think something big's going to happen. The FBI is going to go down, and Flores is going to think that Blake did it, and it's going to turn out to be Colhane. And Colby, of course, being sick because of whatever Adam's doing.
I'm wondering, what did he put in that paint? Because what would cause someone to literally go crazy in their head and sweat and be passing out?
I mean, there's several chemical components that he could have put in that paint.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's definitely a scary situation. Colby's definitely feeling the effects, and he's going crazy. He's becoming a little obsessive.
Oh, yeah. And the worst part was when Adam comes in and he's like, you need to sit down. I'm a doctor. And then he puts him closer to the paint and makes him sit on the sofa. Yeah. And then, obviously, when he comes in and he spills the, cup of water in front of him, he's just like, oh.
I know. So I don't know. And we saw Adam pour something into the paint. It could have been mercury, could have been cyanide, could have been hemlock. I mean, it could have literally been anything. But we don't know. And it's definitely having a huge effect on Colby's health. Colby and Colhane. And Colhane's mad that Colby went to the FBI, and then Colhane went to the FBI. Yeah. With his own secret little plan to hash. I don't like this. I understand why the storyline is necessary, but I don't like it at all. It's actually making me dislike these characters even. And I really like Colhane, and I respected Colby. And now I don't respect Colby, and I don't like Colhane. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting on with that. But who I'm finding a lot of affinity for is Sammy and Anders. When they work together, seems like good things always happen, and they were detectiving. So they were responsible for finding out that Adam took the picture. They were responsible for finding out who sent the picture to TMZ in the first place. Mm-hmm. And they were responsible for realizing that Adam and Laura were in a relationship and involved. Mm-hmm. So how did you feel about Sammy and Anders detectiving together?
That was cute. And I laughed really hard when Sammy took a selfie of them to add to his 15 million other selfies.
Yeah, he loves taking pictures of himself. He says so. Let him own it. Yes.
Yeah, they're a good team because they're both, I think Anders is super smart and Sammy's smart too, but it's really, I'm the same way. I could literally find that out too because I take so many selfies and could find someone in the background like that. I like it, and I hope they do the Maldives or Maldives or whatever trip.
Maldives, yeah.
Maldives. But now I'm thinking that Fallon and Liam will go on that trip.
Yeah, because they have the trip, and then I think it's gonna be a foursome. We're gonna get a fun episode next week.
Hopefully.
But I like Sammy and Anders working together because technically that is his father-in-law or ex-father-in-law, and so there's a lot going on with that.
It's fun. I hope they do more detective work together.
Yeah, I like them. They are also a Bonnie and Clyde. Adam. What did you think about Adam this episode? I mean, Adam doesn't want to be pushed away. We had the scene with his mom. We had a scene with Alexis. We had the scene with Fallon. We had the scene with Laura. It seemed like, and then we had the scene with Colby. Adam, it seemed like he was going to be a small part of this episode, and then he turned out to be a very big part.
He was in every scene, just kind of stirring the pot. I really dislike him because he is obviously a psycho, but he's making the show interesting. So I don't want to see him go just yet.
Well, I don't think he goes. I think we keep more Adam, but it's interesting watching him be this ringleader of getting people out of the way because he wants to isolate Blake and the family and be the heir in loom.
Yeah, I'm happy that people, though, are finding out about what he's doing.
Yeah,
Finally.
we're finding out a little more about Adam. It's actually nice. But do you think Adam and Fallon, that truce, that was fake, right? Fallon definitely has plans.
Oh yeah, she took the whole cake and she was like with a little smile, and she's gonna plan something.
Of course,
really
she's gonna plan something. It's Fallon. We can't wait to find out. Let's play our special game. Where you at? Where you get to pick the best outfit of the episode. What was your favorite outfit of this episode?
I have two.
Sure.
So when Laura, Liam's mom, comes in and she's wearing that tight black blouse and that tight skirt, she looked really good. And also when Cristal was stuck with her boots in the sewer or whatever, I love those boots.
Yeah, that's sewer great. Stuck boot thing. Those boots were to die for. I'm going to have to go with Fallon's outfit at Liam's book unveiling, where it was great because we had Fallon basically saved the situation from the picture being Fallon. She admits to it, which I thought was great. And then she had a great outfit on. And then she comes back and has this amazing party for Liam, which was almost perfect until, of course, Liam's mom, Laura, hijacked it and tried to make it a thing. Let's get right into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Predictions, Maddy Potts.
Okay, well, something's going to go down with the FBI. Something is going to go down with Laura, I think, and Adam. I think they're not done, obviously. They're going to have a meeting or something and plan something else. I'd like to think everyone's going to the Maldives, or Maldives. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I think that Laura and Adam are going to make a stop to Fallon and Liam going.
Interesting.
So maybe it'll just be Anders and Sam going.
We'll see how it goes. I think that we are going to get an Adam Fallon showdown for the finale, and that's going to be the big one. I don't know who ends up on top, and I cannot wait to find out more. But until then, where can people find you if you want to be found?
I do want to be found. I'm on Instagram at Maddy Potts. So happy to be back, and I can't wait to talk about the next episode. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, and of course you should be excited to find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at I Am Tehran, because I am Tehran, literally. And you can find me on a slew of other AfterBuzz after shows as I host so many. Make sure to find me, tell your friends, spread the word, share the love. We can't wait to see you next time. Same Dynasty AfterBuzz time, same Dynasty AfterBuzz channel.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.